Prince Alaric and the Three Golden Hairs. Once upon a time, a king got lost while hunting in a dark forest. Night was falling, and he came across a little cottage. He knocked at the door, and a worried woodcutter answered. "My wife is about to have a baby tonight," said the man. "Don't worry, Your Majesty," he added. "You can sleep in our loft." The king shared a simple meal with the couple and went to sleep. Around midnight, the woodcutter's wife gave birth to a healthy baby boy. Suddenly, a bright flash of light filled the room. A fairy godmother appeared above the crib. "My gift to this boy," she said, "is that he will one day marry the king's daughter." Before the king could speak, she disappeared. The king was worried. His own queen was expecting a daughter, and he did not want a woodcutter's son to marry royalty. He offered to raise the baby himself, promising a good life, but when he had the child, he secretly told a soldier to drown him in the river. The soldier could not harm the baby. Instead, he placed him in a helmet and set him afloat. The baby floated safely down the river and was found by a kind washerwoman. "The river has sent us a son," she said. They named him Alaric and raised him with love. Years passed. Alaric grew strong, clever and brave. One day, the king saw him and realized he was the boy he had once tried to kill. He sent Alaric with a secret letter that ordered the queen to have him executed. That night, Alaric found shelter in a small cottage. A kindly old woman gave him a warm drink that made him fall asleep. She was his fairy godmother. While he slept, she changed the letter so that it ordered the queen to marry him to the princess instead. The next day, Alaric delivered the message. The princess and he recognized each other at once. They were meant to be together. Their wedding was celebrated, and the kingdom was happy. But the king still refused to accept Alaric as his son-in-law. He gave him an impossible task. Bring him 3 golden hairs from sage Solaris's head. Alaric set out on a long journey. He met a ferryman who had been rowing across a dark sea for 20 years without a break. Alaric promised to help him discover when he could rest, and the ferryman carried him safely across. Alaric reached a magical palace in a meadow of wild flowers. The fairy godmother told him to hide in a chest because Sage Solaris, who was both young and old like the sun, could burn anything near him. While Sage Solaris slept, the fairy godmother plucked 3 golden hairs from his head. She also found answers to all the problems Alaric had seen on his journey. With the golden hairs, Alaric helped a grieving queen fix the magical well of life by moving a stubborn frog that blocked its water. He also freed the ferryman from his endless work. Finally, Alaric returned to the palace and gave the golden hairs and treasures to the king. The greedy king, wanting the magical water for himself, followed Alaric's directions but disappeared forever, trapped by his own greed. And so, Prince Alaric and the princess lived happily ever after, and the kingdom was filled with joy, magic, and laughter forever.